Hello, welcome to Clipboard Nation. This is a quick demo to show how to create plays using the platform. We've made some changes recently, so even if you're familiar with the play creation, you may want to stick around just to see what's been enhanced. Let's start by creating a draft play. This gives you a blank canvas. First thing I'm going to do is add a background. So I added the college football half. And from here, I'm going to load an offensive template. Really, it's just a quick way to lay down all 11 players. And the reason I say that is because it's very easy to move them around if you don't like the formation. But you can also create your own templates, and I'll explain that more in another video. If you want to change the lettering, for example, you can just enter it and change there. So you can also, add a defensive template as well. If you want to draw routes, we try to make it as easy as possible. So we want this to be like a whiteboard. So these are all meant to operate like markers. If you use the jagged line, once you draw a pattern, for example, it will try to figure out what you meant and straighten out the lines. But you also have the option to just freeform draw whatever. And we've just recently added the ability to add a line with focal points, so you can basically rearrange the pattern however you want after you've drawn it, and it just gives you an opportunity to make like a cleaner curved line than just freestyling or freehanding it. Additionally, these are as markers, so you can just change the color if you want to. What else? If you want to add a zone coverage, for example, you can do that. You can move the zones around. You still have the opportunity, for example, to use these emojicons, and you still would toggle through just by clicking through them. The delete option is changed. You used to have to, if you wanted to delete a line, you had to select the eraser and actually go through and delete it. We've changed that. So now, if you want to delete a line, for example, you can just do that, right? Additionally, if you want to delete all the lines, you can just double click, all the lines deleted. So what I wanted to show actually is this. You can now just move any of the patterns around, just the way you move the pieces around. You just select it and you can move it. For example, if I do that, I can now pick that up and move it over here or move it over here, right? And you can add videos as reference videos for the plays. And I will show you that in another video. So I'm just gonna save this off as test play. Now I have the test play saved under draft. I have the option, if I want to move it into a playbook, I can either move it, which means it's no longer in draft, it's been moved. I can make a copy of it. If I make a copy, then it exists in both places. And if I do a mirror, it exists in both places and it is the same play. So if I make a modification to one, it'll be modified in both. So now you see the same play in both places.